Hey everyone, so today is day 27 of 30, and I want to talk about consciousness today. So, consciousness is a concept that's, not used fully in our society. It's something that we find a little elusive and hard to grasp or understand. Um, but From my understanding, I would consider consciousness to be awareness. And for us individually, it's really our awareness that we are aware. Um, so my consciousness is really who is observing my thoughts. So if we think about when we think, we can sort of know that we're beyond just our thoughts. We're conscious that we are thinking. So consciousness really is that awareness prior to the thought and beyond the thought. And it's really that essential part of us, that higher part of us within. And it's the seat of really who we are in a sense. And I think becoming more and more aware of consciousness is useful for us. It helps us think what we might have done to our consciousness in the past and how we need to get back to it. So I think a lot in our lives we split off from this conscious part of us. When we judge others, we split off from a bit of our consciousness and even the consciousness of those other people. Our thoughts can also split us off. Our beliefs can limit consciousness and conscious awareness within us as well. And all of this sort of limits the power that consciousness has within us, within our lives, really. And so this sort of split of consciousness really is the essence of, the limitation, I think, in our lives. And I think real healing and freedom comes from, healing those splits of consciousness and allowing ourselves to reconnect with the fullness of consciousness. So letting go of our judgments that have split us, letting go of the beliefs that limit consciousness and conscious awareness within us. Really going into our heart and recognizing that the conscious awareness is more real than the I am and the labels that we, I guess, think we are in our day-to-day lives. And yeah, so just getting back to that consciousness and having a full experience of that and a full recognition of that is really helpful for us. And then we recognize our connection to the consciousness of others and the bigger people or the bigger awareness that we're all a part of. So yeah, that's what I want to simply talk about today. For the last few days, I've been doing a training course actually, and it's on a process called PSYCH-K, which is actually a belief change process, which is very interesting. It talks about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind and teaches how to change subconscious beliefs. But in essence, it is bringing us back to consciousness and releasing the energy in our minds, both conscious and subconscious, that does, block us and split us from our consciousness. So I'll stop there. That's all I really wanted to talk about. I want to encourage us to really wrestle with that topic of consciousness and about the openness of consciousness and the reintegration may be a good term, of consciousness. And that path is a worthy and a useful path for us to take as we seek to, live our lives. So yeah, thanks for listening. Be interested in your thoughts. It's not a straightforward topic. But yeah, have a great day.